Alright, welcome back, good people. On this video, I'm going to talk about something that I was studying like 2 days ago in reference to relationships. As you know, these videos are based on my personal development side of my field of expertise, because from time to time, I like to share with people the way I got my information so that they can get their information similarly, or maybe just take what they need out of it and add it to them, because I believe that we get little sayings or little quotes or little information from different people along our journey through life, right? Like if I tell you a story today, when I tell you that story, if it really makes you laugh or you really enjoyed it, then you'll probably want to go and share that story with someone else, right? And they'll probably want to go share that story with someone else. See, like that. Things like that go from place to place. Statistics are big like that too. If I give you a number, or if I say, that 75% of people do X, you'll go share that with someone else, right? And it'll make you look smart. You are smart, right? But that's how we do it. But what I want to talk about here is something that was kind of comical to me, and not in the necessarily ha-ha sense, but it was like I didn't know that. And these were just some topics that I was able to copy down about relationships. I call them relationship topics that may be of interest to you. As I was doing this research, I ran across a whole list of different topics or videos or audios or blog posts, whatever they would call them, but they were just different. And as I was reading some of the topics, it made me think, wow, there's a lot of things go on in relationships, and some of the things that go on happen after the relationship, right? And I'm going to share some of these topics with you and touch on a few of them just to kind of give you a feel of how I do what I do when I share this information with you, because I want you to set up this same process for you. The same concept. You can do this. See, where I do 5 videos per week, you could do 3 videos per week. Or you could do 2 videos per week. Or you could do 1 video per week for 5 weeks, right? However you want to set it up, however long you want to talk. I always suggest starting slow with small videos initially, like 2 or 3 minutes, then 3 to 5 minutes, then 5 to 10 minutes. Because when you can talk a long time on videos, you'll see a lot about how your mannerisms are, how your language is, right? And depending on your audience, you'll want that to be receptive from your audience. You want your audience to receive what you're saying for what it's worth, right? You want them to understand it the first time out, so to speak. Okay, so on relationship topics that may be of interest to you, number 1 was how to deal with feeling lonely after divorce or separation. That was the title of a video. Now, think about that. How to deal with feeling lonely after divorce or separation. Are there anybody in this room has ever gone through that? Yes, right? So that would be a topic of interest, especially if you're in that spot right now, right? Number 2 was how to heal a broken heart quickly. That's when it becomes comical to me because, come on, how do you do that? People grieve differently. But then that's when I said these topics are something else, because when some of these people come up with the answers or the solutions to a problem that people are having, I guess it'd be worth a try though. If it's a list of things like go jogging or eat bananas or eat fruit, whatever, you might want to try just to get your mind off of whatever has broken your heart, right? Number 3, 10 ways to get your ex-girlfriend back. Now see, why do you want her back, right? She probably left you. If she left you, she doesn't want to be with you, right? So, I understand, that emotion that you have when you are the victim of someone leaving you, we'll call that the victim. Sometimes, you ran them off and didn't realize it, right? But that's the thing I love about relationships, because once you find a relationship that you're in sync with, that you feel like, you can open up to. And really, in my opinion, that's really the only time you have a relationship. It's when you can open up and when you can feel vulnerable, right? Because other than that, that's not a relationship. You're watching and guarding, and you're gonna make a move depending on if I do the wrong thing. If I do something that looks like it's the wrong thing, you're gonna bring in forces, right? You're gonna shut the wall. You're gonna shut the gate. Nobody moves, right? So that's not a relationship to me. In a relationship, in my mindset, you have to be willing to get hurt. You must be willing to get your heart broken. Other than that, you're just roommates, or you just, going through life together, working on things together. But if you do that, that's a good place to start. But if you do that, then at some point it will become more of a heartfelt type of relationship, right? You can identify with what I'm saying, right? You don't just give your heart in the first week, do you? Well, you need to stop that. People will trick you. Don't do that. All right. The next topic was 14 self-healing tips to help you survive your breakup. 14. After that, 7 powerful benefits of the no contact rule after a breakup. I know. Okay, number 6, relationship advice when someone disappears from your life. Ever had that happen? Someone just poof, and they're gone. If you're feeling somebody and you are feeling like they're feeling you, and all of a sudden they do just disappear. And I've heard relationships where people just say, well, I hadn't seen him in like 2 weeks, or I haven't seen him in like 3 weeks or a month. And I'm thinking, how can a person just drop off like that? That is kind of confusing to me, though. All right, the one after that is relationship advice, how to get over being played. Does that happen? Absolutely. Well, I think that's a viable topic there. I think there's some really good tips you can come up with that. Because a lot of time when you're getting played, though, I believe you know some of that. I believe you're feeling it. I believe you're like, wait a minute, this is not making sense. But you go through it anyway because you're feeling a certain kind of way, right? And if you do that and you're feeling that way, you have to take some part in the outcome, right? You have to at least know that you are a willing participant for the outcome to be whatever it becomes, right? So you need to be more guarded with relationships. I was talking to a female the other day, and she told me that she falls in love quickly. And I said, you really need to stop that because people can trick you for a minute, when you lock in on somebody. Because I believe that it's in the end the female who makes the decision as to not whether or not we're going to be together, right? Because normally it's not the female that asks, it's the male who asks. So if the male asks, the female or the person that has the opportunity to receive has to give the yay or nay, right? So if she says, no, we're not going to be in a relationship, then you're not in a relationship. She says, okay, yeah, then you're in a relationship. So you have to be mindful going in that some people are really like, they bring that A game right from the beginning. Most men bring their A game, right? One of the things I like to tell ladies, because I'm a single man, but one of the things I like to tell ladies is that I'm Larry James's representative. He'll be here in about 2 weeks. So if you're around in 2 weeks, you get to meet him, right? Because I'm going to be on my best behavior for a couple of weeks. I'm going to still be me, but I'm going to be more focused on, being received as I want to be received, especially depending on her qualifications, right? I have a list. If she matches that list, or if she covers most of that list, then she's someone that could be. Someone that could be. So I want to make certain that, But at the same time, I'm watching her, and and she has a list for me too, right? So if I'm on that list, then she's being on her best too. That's the way it works, and that's not tricking each other. That's just not opening up everything at first, which is, I believe, is the only way you should have a relationship. But some people say that there's love at first sight. I'm not one of those, but I'm not some people, I guess. All right, the next topic is how to stop feeling guilty about breaking up with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. After that, how to deal with your girlfriend or boyfriend's ex. Now remember, these are titles of videos that people want you to watch, or a list of things people want you to read, so that you can understand how to get over those things. And if you're in the midst of those things, like I know people right now who are dealing with crazy exes, and these are not their exes, these are somebody else's exes that they're dealing with. And they were thrust, or I won't say thrust, they went willingly into that environment. And some things are not for you, right? Some things are, but you have to make the decision and deal with that. Topic number 10. The 12 definite signs that your ex wants to get back together. Number 11. 11 obvious signs of a relationship is over. 7 obvious signs that a relationship is over. Now that would be interesting. That would be an interesting video or interesting list right there to me, because my mind works in that area. I would like to know what that list is, and I would like to know what number 1 is, because those things appeal to me. And I believe they do have some effect. That's like one of the things I believe in is astrology. A lot of people don't believe in astrology, but I'm a firm believer in astrology because of the research I've done on it, right? Because it existed long before anybody else, so I understand how that works. So just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, and doesn't mean that it doesn't work. For instance, if you're a Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn. If you're a Capricorn, male or female, we are very structured people. So this is something you can do very, very easily, because we can do things over long periods of time consistently. We have that ability. Now the other signs, I don't know, but I know for sure Capricorns, and I've dealt with quite a few Capricorns, male and female, as far as business, and they can do, if you give them a system to put in place, they can put that system in place, and you can say, well, now you just have to keep doing this over time. They can do it. They will do it. We're driven like that. That's one of the things that makes a lot of Capricorns successful, is that we have that ability to stick to it. We can, if we decide, if we lock on it, we can be there for a while, and we're gonna progress over time. We're gonna do that. If progressing is the way it works, and over time is what's required, we will do it. That's the way it works for us. Now, the final topic on this video is how to make your ex jealous on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. Now, I thought that was hilarious. Why would you want to make your ex jealous like that? What is that about? I don't know. Maybe you know. I hope you've enjoyed that video. Sometimes they get a little comical to me. But like these videos, share these videos, and remember, you can do this, and I can help.